From Carnival to the courthouse. While Real Housewife of Beverly Hills star Erika Jayne parties with her co-stars in St. Lucia, thousands of miles away in Los Angeles.
Tom, how are you this morning?
Her estranged husband, Tom Girardi, is on trial for fraud.
What are your thoughts for the trial ahead?
The one-time legal titan not saying much as cameras caught him coming and going.
His clothing is very ill-fitting. He looks like he's put on some weight. He looks really despondent. He doesn't look up much. It seems like he has his head down most of the time.
Girardi stands accused of stealing millions of dollars from his own clients. Some of them and others who worked with him will testify against him this week.
I think it is, other than burying my son, I think it'll just be the hardest thing I ever do.
Girardi's fall from grace captured the attention of the country, in part thanks to his wife. Jayne is a longtime star of the Bravo franchise Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Girardi himself often appearing alongside her.
I love you. Thank you for meeting me.
Instead of having lunch with a bunch of gnarly insurance people, I got you.
The reality TV star has not been charged with the crime related to Girardi's alleged scheme and is not part of the federal case at trial, but she is facing a number of civil cases. Something she addressed in a sit-down with Girardi's victims in the Hulu documentary The Housewife and the Hustler 2, The Reckoning.
Thanks for coming.
Did you ever hear about him taking money or anything before this whole thing blew up?
No.
Like the lawsuits that were against him?
I found out when I was sued in Arizona from a lending company when I was named, and that was the first time. And I said, why am I in this lawsuit? And the three answers I kept getting were, don't worry about it. I've got it handled. But why is my name in here? Like, I'm not part of the business. So that's when I started noticing something's wrong.
Erika is not expected to make an appearance for Girardi's trial, but she will be mentioned in evidence and in testimony.
The government did say that he allegedly used $20 million of funds to help fund Erika Jayne's career. So I think in that respect, we will hear it then.
The AUSA is not saying she did anything wrong. They're saying that she benefited from all of this and that her profile is part of it. Tom was using this money to redirect it to, you know, the it's expensive to be me lifestyle.
It's expensive to be me.
Girardi has pleaded not guilty to the 4 counts of wire fraud. The U.S. attorneys will now try to prove to a jury of 7 men and 5 women that Girardi deliberately stole client money and lied about it.
Emails, voicemails, promises, and lies. But you're also going to see a ton of documents, a lot of which came out in the bankruptcy. So there will be some of that document-heavy testimony.
The defense says Girardi depended on the wrong people and allege it was really his chief financial officer who stole all the money. He has pleaded not guilty. Girardi's attorneys maintain that the 85-year-old was in mental decline and had no idea what was going on at the firm.
All the defense is going to be leaning into Tom Girardi's aging. He was found competent to stand trial, and none of this seems to have been at issue when these thefts were going on. So we know that the U.S. attorneys are going to lean into Tom Girardi covering up his behavior.
The current charges against Girardi come from 4 specific former clients, including Kathy and Joe Rugomez.
He is not going to do this to anybody else. And he should have never done it to me. Shouldn't have underestimated me.
Their story was shown in the Hulu documentaries The Housewife and the Hustler and its sequel, The Reckoning.
I'm fighting for money that I'm owed. I'm fighting for money that's going to take care of me with all the surgeries I have to do.
Joe was burned over 90% of his body and won a settlement worth tens of millions of dollars. The U.S. attorneys say Girardi leveraged his fame as the lawyer who won the Aaron Brockovich case to assure clients like Rugomez that he was on their side.
I think people who know about this case know the Rugomezes, and I think that's also why they were first up. You know, his case is so dramatic, right? He has physical injuries that are very apparent, and I think it's important to put a face and a pain behind that to the jurors.
The jury may only hear about 4 cases, because those are the cases that are going to be tried. But Tom has a trail of tears of victims.